so the pitch was, I had mentioned to Martin that, hey, my brother is coming to play a gig, and it looks like we're getting back together, and it's going to be, the Mad Hannans again. It's going to be great, right? And we were pretty good friends by then, so it wasn't really a pitch. He's all, hey, we should make a 12-minute short film about that. And I said, yeah, let's do it, right? And it started out as a 12-minute short, because we didn't know that Sean was going to get sick, and so it became a full-feature documentary.
Was there anything, for Martin, was there anything that you really wanted to include that I think for creative reasons or for other reasons that we didn't quite see today, or that you felt was more appropriate to maybe just kind of put aside?
Well, there was stuff I wish I had. I wish I had more live footage of Mad Hannans at the Sweetwater and just kind of crazy gigs that I remember. So that serious Mad Hannan experience we got through sort of testimonial in a way, but there wasn't a lot of like high quality or really any kind of film except what you saw. The Mystic Theater stuff ended up being like a treasure trove for us, but that was the only thing that I wish I had. There wasn't much that hit the floor because it was more of trying to get more and more. That's another story.
Yeah.
Jerry, were you involved in the process as Martin was assembling it, or was it more hands-off and you just kind of saw the final result?
I was kind of so close to the story that I kind of let, Martin and to create the film, like the storyline and everything like that. And I was mostly telling him the stories and bringing pictures and whatever we could find of journals, anything that Sean had written. We were on a real quest for artifacts having anything to do with Sean Hannan.
The amount that you were able to dig up was really great. It added a wonderful dimension to the film.
Yeah, and for social media, we put a lot out there. Anybody who has pictures or tapes or anything. So we got a lot of help from the crowd.
Yeah, good time to thank everybody who contributed. There was a lot. If you saw the credits, there was a lot of people who kind of stepped up and brought some of their stuff.
Let's open it up to the audience. Any questions?
Did anyone cry?
Besides me.
Yes, right there.
Well, I just wanted to say, Martin, thank you. You brought so much love to that film. That was just really amazing to see that much love in one family and one film. And I don't really have a question because I feel very fulfilled by that film. And thank you for bringing it forward. And thank you, Jerry, for sharing your story.
Thanks. There's these overriding bigger themes here. Like I said in the intro, real quick, is that this is our lives, this is our family, this is everything's so familiar. But when it leaves here and goes all the way wherever it's going to travel around the world and everything, it's really about redemption and reconciliation and doing the things you love, and it's so hard to come to terms with that sometimes. So, and it's a love story, all in one. So it's kind of a great story. It's an everyman story, and I love those stories. Although Jerry and Sean were special talent and really great.
Any other questions? Yeah, right there.
Are you going to put the new songs that you and Sean wrote together and that you wrote into a future album?
Will there be an album based on the songs that we saw?
Yes, and it's in progress. It was hard to revisit it for quite a few years just because of the emotional factor of it. But now we're trying to hopefully have something by Christmas. But a lot of those songs with Sean drumming in there, and some that actually aren't in the film. Well, they're in the film barely, but that Sean wrote. that will be on a new. It won't be an album. We're going to put it out on a flash drive actually because it's so much easier. So hopefully, yeah, back in a flash.
Yes, right here.
Do you think having Sean Penn involved as much in the film will help add credibility to it?
What kind of impact was Sean Penn's involvement? What kind of impact did it have on the film?
Part of it is just, he was just one of us. I mean, he just happens to be Sean Penn. But, so I guess he's not one of us. But the reality is I showed it to Sean obviously without his interview in it, and he goes, "Wow, this is a really great film. And if you're here, show your face." No. He said, "Oh, this is a really great film, but it seems sort of small." And I'm thinking in the back of my head, well, that's why I'm getting you to interview. Like this guy, hopefully make this a little bit bigger. But Sean has a way of describing things. He's such an insightful guy, and I think he was just perfect. And again, he just happened to be Sean, but in the end, Jerry and the Mad Hands were the soundtrack of our existence in Marin. There's a bunch of the Marin Mafia back there. Yeah, represent, guys. But it was just, so much of a song, the soundtrack of our lives, really.
Any other questions? Yes, right there.
I had the fortunate opportunity to be part of that big, growing, thriving crew of people that hung with and followed and watched and enjoyed your performances and was caught up in the energy all the time. And it was magical. That's what we got out of it. Mm-hmm. What did you get from us? Because you must have been really excited to perform.
The question was, what did Jerry get from the audience at the performances?
From my point of view, it wasn't just us. It was everybody. You know what I mean? It was like a community thing that was going on. And a lot of the same people, we could play 2 nights in a row somewhere, and the house would fill up with the exact same crowd, right? And so it was a community thing. I think it was a back and forth with the crowd, with everybody. So that's what I got, I feel like I kind of missed a lot of what else was going on during those years. Other music and stuff like that. It was just, I don't know, we were in this little microcosm in our own heads in San Francisco and Marin County and Sonoma County. And in Ireland too, but most, we weren't like a national famous band. It was a real Marin County community thing. And that's what it was for me.
And I think that the intimacy around that really plays very well in the film. We have time for one more question.
Yeah, over here.
Yes.
I'm a member of the Marin Mafia. And I noticed that there's a bar on stage, and I was wondering if you ended with my playing song.
Right. Okay. I think I might play a tune that just in the course of editing and storytelling, it didn't make it into the film, but it's a song by Sean Hannan, and it's kind of a real story of his life a little bit. Anyway, I need a mic stand. Thank you. Wait. I should know how to operate this machinery. This song is really mostly by Sean Hannan, although I threw in my 2 cents in. When we were writing it, my oldest niece was only like 2 years old and just learning how to talk. And she used to call herself you. And if she said you, she meant herself. And we thought it was pretty cute. So we put her in the song. It's called I Thought I Was You. When I was just 2, well, I thought I was you, 'cause that's what everybody called me. They sent me to school, and I broke every rule, just praying that they'd set me free. But my mother and father were not even bothered if I was misled, confused. Well, they left me there longer, it just made me stronger, and I learned how to tie my own shoes. I learned how to pay my own dues. Ain't it so? No, that's how it goes. What tomorrow will bring us, nobody knows. Just pick up the pieces, throw down your woes. Tell your mom to stop rocking the cradle. And I still remember, it was late in December when I started singing the blues. And it happens.
And I do not regret her.
Help me out. I still remember, it was late in December when I started singing the blues. And I, what?
Never uncover.
Girl I was dating was tired of waiting for me. Uh-oh. Mixed up the words.
Everybody.
It's been a long day. Well, here's the point. So your daddies and ladies, when you go out having babies, just know that they are who they are. You can't drop them and send them to a place where they bend them, 'cause that's when they never go far. You gotta let them grow wild, treat them real mild, you'll see them come on real strong. And when they rise above you, don't think they don't love you, they always come down before long. They'll come around singing your song. Ain't it so? No, that's how it goes. What tomorrow will bring us, nobody knows. Just pick up the pieces and throw down your woes. Tell your mom to stop rocking the cradle. Tell your mom to stop rocking the cradle.